Golf Club and the CME Group Tour Championship. Back we go to the 11th, and Takeda for birdie.
Takeda, for her approach shot, just wasn't able to clear this mini false front. Will have a longer putt for birdie than she would have liked. This is a slower putt than you think coming up this slope.
Amelia, we saw the group ahead 2-3 putts from this location.
Yeah, very difficult to judge on very fast greens when you have a slow putt, just to figure out exactly the speed. It's hard to commit to it.
It's for birdie for Ryan. And back at the 12th, Rose Zhang could really use a good one here after a tough start.
That could be just what maybe she needs to flip it around. You got to stay, it's hard to stay patient when you get off to such a tough start.
Now, Karen, update us on Alexa Pano here.
Well, she had that terrible lie up in the rough, and then when she pitched out, she didn't clear the trees on the right side, so had to play out left of the green and short, and now she's trying to work really hard now to save a par.
Just an example.
Great opportunity for Wichani to win for the first time, and forget about that keeping your card business. Go ahead and get the win. Here's Yealimi at the 11th.
This is that false front. I think it's the way you have to think about it, Grant. You can't be thinking about finishing where your card or where you want to be. You have to think bigger than that. Think winning, don't just think missing the cut. Think top 10, think a win. Or making the cut, I should say.
Sure, Pano for par.
This one uphill, very similar line to Brooks. She was up and out of that quickly.
She's a little unsettled with the putter on the first few holes.
Puzzled. Rose for birdie at the 12th.
And this one's back downhill for Rose. And I think that injury kind of set her back just a little bit, kind of halted her momentum for this season.
Yay. That will help.
Get something going in the right direction after that. I mean, really a shocking start. Who needs coffee when that happens to you at 8 in the morning?
Yealimi Noh, a long one here at the 11th. Chance for Lilia's first birdie to 13 again, and Rose.
Well, she has a good blueprint from watching Brooke. I imagine this to be about the same club. Haven't got a signal yet. A little higher ball flight than Brooks, going on a little draw.
Oh, a little too much draw.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they just got hit by a little bit of wind too. Just a gust popped up.
Wow. So a double at the first, bogey at 11, comes back with the birdie at 12, but now in the water at 13. Goodness. Team Pano trying to get ready here at the 13th.
Well, that'll make you take a little bit more club. That's a 7-iron as well for Alexa. And there's just that little hint of a breeze into the players now on this hole. Good high flight, drawing towards the hole.
She was set up to hit a huge draw right there. It's an interesting group this has been. You've got Brooke off to a really hot start, and the other two struggling here to start the day.
she went back. She put it in the bottom. That's right, there is a, we have hard cameras here, so they're in 13 million. These guys, you can't hit front car when they go high. It's supposed to be like 6. You don't even hit it directly.
Rose Zhang in the water off the tee at 13, so here's her third.
It's just really a shocking way to start the day. I know she's been working a lot on her swing with Todd Anderson. We've talked about her struggles with her injury, just hasn't been able to get into a real rhythm this year.
Her fellow American, Alexa Pano, 13 for birdie. That'll help.
Sometimes that's just what you need. Make that 5-footer there. Give yourself a little more confidence with that club. Where she's looked a little bit shaky to start.
Brooks going to have a putt for a 4th straight birdie, first to the 12th, and Rio Takeda.
Well, Takeda was just 64 yards from the green, landed at the flag, and it skipped over. Anytime you get these pitch shots that don't generate a lot of spin, you have to judge for that. Hit a pretty decent chip. Now just has a few feet left for her par. Always got to make sure you keep the rhythm in these short putts.
She's a rookie, but she came to the LPGA already with a victory, having won as a non-member in her native Japan last fall in a long playoff with former Portland Classic winner Melina Alex last year. Take a look. And this would be Rose Zhang for double, her second of the day. Rose.
Pro part of the fairway shows her confidence with that club.
Takeda, 13.
Hitting her stock fade away from that flag, also in the safe side.
All right, 3 looks at birdie at the 13th, beginning with Rio Takeda.
And Takeda is going to give Jin Young and Lily a great idea of how this putt moves to the left.
It's interesting, neither of them are standing at a real place where they can tell the break. Considering they're all putting from the exact same place.
To the 14th, and Rose Zhang.
And she's got 133. Ball is above her feet. And the difficulty with this is that you've got to try and get this one to move a little bit to the right, because the hole itself is kind of guarded by some of those trees, but the green is not. So you can hit the green.
Dangerously close to those trees. Not easy to try and get the ball to fall right off of a hook lie. That was well done.
She's some good putts, but none have dropped yet for Jin Young for birdie. Over at the 14th, and this is the problem when you miss the fairways here.
Oh, and she just got that one up in the air and got it in the trees. Really had to try.
She'll wait for Pano. Third shot for Alexa.
Now from 64 yards. Whole location right at the back of the green, so difficult to take it back in there, but that was a really good shot.
And you saw she's inside the top 20 in the race to the CME Globe. Rose Zhang for birdie at the 14th.
And I think for Rose right now, it's all just important to keep plodding along and not try and get too disheartened with how you've started. It's so hard when you get off to one of those starts and you're playing with somebody who's got off to a fast start, because not only do you feel like your game isn't where it needs to be, but you see somebody whose game is, and the void can seem vast.
We also talk about a lot of times momentum in groups and how you can play off of each other in a positive way or even a negative way, but they're on totally different ends of the spectrum right now in this group. I know the flag doesn't look like it's blowing that much, but just enough.
Pano for par.
As you were saying, Morgan, this would be a good one to continue the momentum, and would be a good save. And it's so important. We've talked about how claustrophobic this golf course can feel because of the way it's so tree-lined, that if you're able to save pars, that all of a sudden everything seems to widen up a little bit. You don't stress so much about those trees. It's well done.
Important putt. I was trying to think if I've ever felt like this course is claustrophobic. No, but that's because that's because I loved this golf course. But some players certainly look at some of these holes and they just look like bowling alleys.
Back at 13, Yealimi Noh just turned 24 a couple of weeks ago. Now an LPGA winner. Safe. And back at
to really work hard to stay there. Otherwise, then they start saying, you know, are you a flash in the pan? Were you just lucky that you played well? So it does take some patience, Morgan, because I know when that year that I was really struggling, I did win 4 tournaments that year, but when I stepped on the first tee, I was struggling so much I was wishing it was 18. Mm-hmm. And you don't really, I don't think people see that, but the fear you have sometime inside, you've got to keep practicing to get through that and get the confidence back so that when you step over that shot, you hit it good, then the confidence starts building.
By the way, you had a lot of flash in a very big pan. 17 wins your first 2 seasons on tour. And your off year was only 4 wins.
It was nice because I finally had some money in my pocket.
Yeah. And now here's Rose. She knows a little bit about what you experienced coming out winning her first start as a professional, which hadn't been done in 70 years. Now Lottie Woad has just done it.
Yeah, I saw Roseanne when I got here the other day, and she did tell me about some of the injuries that she's had. And she, you know, she was a little bit down. I felt bad that she was feeling that way. I was wanting to encourage her because I knew when she won that first tournament, I was like, okay. Yeah. But I had that Ray Cook for all those years, and I think the face got concave because it wasn't coming off the putter the same speed all the time. And the Cook people wanted me to send it to them, and I never did send it to them. I was afraid I'd never see that putter again. But it was not being consistent in speed, and they, even though you couldn't see what the face is doing, they believed that it could be a little concave. So
just from hitting it in the center so frequently,
yeah. There you
right? Go. All that practice.
So I didn't change much.
And a birdie putt for Alexa Pano at the 15th.
Tell you, the greens are in beautiful shape, and I think as we were playing yesterday, there's not a lot of break in the greens unless you're really on a little slope. And as golfers, we always try and read some break into it, so you always just decide to play it inside the cup.
The fringes are pretty smooth as well.
Man, this is a really good example of what you were just saying there, Nancy. The backside of this 15th green is uncomfortably flat. Really want to contact, I always did, at least Nancy, on the top half of the putter with the ball.
Oh yeah, keep that putter low.
Pano for par. And we are back at the 15th, and this is Rio Takeda. And Abili, this for birdie?
It is for birdie, long range. Takeda has hit 5 of her 6 greens in regulation, just not able to get it as close as she wants. Needed to land this about 5 paces farther to get that kick off the downslope.
Ton of break here. Excellent judge of speed. He's got it dialed in, had it dialed in earlier as well on some of these long range putts where we've seen other players struggle.
And this was earlier at the 16th, Alexa Pano.
She's set up a little bit more square to that shot. The last couple she's been set up a little bit right and has missed right. Beauty right there. Plus on the stimp meter.
Little work left for Rio Takeda at 15.
This is the first time players, if they're drifting their eyes, will see a leaderboard and see 4 under tied at the top. With just 1 birdie in this group, you just got to make sure that you stay patient, know that putts will drop as long as you keep with your process and routine.
Yeah, it's definitely early in the day, but still might take a peek. See.
Great tee shot at 16 from Alexa Pano, and just long enough to get her full attention here.
Just a smidge. I don't think it's too much break on this point and from this distance.
Back to even par goes Alexa. She'll be heading back to Boston, where her family.
What's difficult about getting close to this green, given that it's firmer than the other ones, you have to at least carry it 5 on, 161 to clear the false front. Oh, I'd like to see Takeda move the ball right to left. She usually hits it left to right. What a shot.
No ordinary rookie, that's for sure. 8 wins on the JL. A little work left. 17, Rose.
From 144, and I think this whole location is really accessible. As Morgan was saying, from the left side of this fairway, definitely opens things up. There's a backstop long and right of it.
Settled back down towards that back left part of the green. It's not going to be the easiest putt from there. Downhill sliding to her right.
And Alexa could not have walked this ball out to a better spot on the fairway from 127. I mean, this is just such a great opportunity right now for her to hit another good iron shot in there. I mean, it's just sitting up, ready for a good shot. Perfectly flat lie.
Sit. That's a good leave right there. The left side of the hole looked like she really went after that for a full swing. Quick, back to front, that 18th green.
And Alexa Pano trying to go back-to-back with birdies here at the 17th.
Well, as Morgan was saying, she has left it in a great spot. Back uphill. Didn't see a huge amount of movement in it either.
If anything, just a touch to the right, Karen?
Yeah, I think so. But either way, I mean, it's just not. It's just one of those putts that when you stand over, you feel like you can really give it a good run.
Just looks like her putter is coming up a little bit quickly through the stroke. Kind of what we talked about with Nancy earlier. Keep the putter lower through the ball. Potentially weight shifting a touch to her back foot.
Mister is also 1 under on the other side of the golf course. And on the tee, the 18th now, Alexa Pano.
And this is one of those, I found it a really tough tee shot because you've got a bunker on the right that comes into play, and then you've got some trees that really overhang on the left that will gather any kind of shot that comes towards them. So you feel like you want to play out towards that bunker on the right with a little bit of a draw. Either way, it's a long way to get past all the trees on the left. Take a shot of about 260 in the air. This is heading left.
Set up really close there, Karen. Like aiming way over towards that right bunker. Gets away with it, but I would have using a little body English to try and beg it to come down the slope.
Rose, a tough start and hasn't really gotten much better.
No, it just seems like there's no sharpness to her game at the minute. She's looking to find something with the swing, looking to find something with the short game, and this is a really good drive here.
It's hard because not only are we playing a little bit of a tough schedule, a lot of majors, a lot of different style golf courses.
This is Rio Takeda for birdie at 17th.
Just a little fall to the right here. Excellent place to putt from, and takes advantage. She's just such an impressive player, Grant, and just
a bit. 18, Rose.
And this from 153 has a little bit of an upslope. Flag is on the back left of this portion of the green.
Yeah, she's struggling with a little left miss here, huh? A little pull, Karen.
Yep.
It's caught her out in the water on the 13th, and a couple of for scoring. Golf course is in phenomenal shape, and if you find the fairway, you can score, but this not ideal here for Rose, Karen.
No, it really isn't. Got to be so delicate with this one. I mean, just land it on right on the very edge of the green and let it trickle down to the hole.
Just a tough miss with that pulled second shot. Shuts the face down, goes further than you're looking. It's so quick from, especially that left side of one is some of the thickest on the whole course.
Alexa Pano has fought back from a couple of early stumbles, and she's got this for an under par first 9.
And that would be impressive. I mean, managed to get away with it a few times, and that was another quick putt.
Over at the 17th, the second for Yealimi Noh. 13th in the race to the CME Globe.
Not the best angle from over here, but she's got a very steep golf swing, so trying to generate plenty of height out of the rough. Look at how softly she was able to get that to land. That was a fantastic shot from that angle and that lie.
Par putt for Rose Zhang at the 18th.
Yeah, and let's see if she can do something here. And I think, as much as anything, it's good for you mentally. Just been a struggle Morgan all day.
It's just one of those days where you put a lot of pressure on your putter because your ball striking is not up to par, and just if your putter's not there to save.
Over at the first, 10th hole of the day for Alexa Pano.
And this is one of those fairways that is actually a little bit narrower than it appears, just because of the way the trees on the right overhang and the trees on the left also overhang, but that'll be no problem for Alexa. That was a tremendous drive.
He's tree trouble that could potentially overhang on the left fairway there.
Yealimi Noh to go to 2 under.
Perfect place to putt from here.
Oh, wow. And now Rose.
Well, she's seen what to do for Alexa. Just smooth one out there, which she has done. Just the tiniest hint of a little fade on that.
That looked like one of the smoothest swings that she's made all day. She's really working on trying to smooth out that transition, and that looked beautiful.
To the 18th, and Takeda.
Takeda 30 yards ahead of her other players in this group, needs to take advantage of that from 131.
And a good chance to get it to.
And if she were to make this, it'd be back-to-back birdies to finish off her first 9. This should turn to the right as it loses speed.
Nobody has made more birdies than Rio Takeda this year on the LPGA Tour. And she adds 2 more to the.
To hold it open.
Remember, she came up short a bit at 17 as well. How about Alexa?
Oh, she's got a fabulous lie. Just a hint of an upslope. 122 to the hole. I expect this to be some kind of a wedge for her.
Really big full swing, just got to control the spin.
She said be right. Pretty close. And you saw Alexa 96th in the race to the Semi Globe. Uh-oh, Rick dropped the divot. Okay, well, she takes the drop. Let's go back to the 13th, and this is a great story. Another amateur, Kaylee Chung. She's a commit to San Diego State. She won the qualifier to get in to this event, and she beat the likes of Kiara Romero to do it.
Just such a great opportunity for any amateur to qualify first, but also just play in an LPGA. Her goal might be.
Rose Zhang trying to turn things around on this second 9.
Well, and I think that's exactly how you have to approach it. Put the first 9 behind you, try and get as much out of your game as you possibly can on this back 9.
And back at the first, Alexa Pano.
And I don't see a huge amount in this putt. Got her dad in, is still on the bag to help her with this. And I think that requires a lot of patience as a player, is when you have your dad caddy for you. I remember when my father caddied for me, there was a few arguments from time to time.
No.
Sorry, Dad. Yep, sorry, Dad, if you're watching. But it's also good though too, because she's, you know, you forget she's only 21, and even though she's been traveling with the tour for a few years, it's not easy getting about as a, when you're young. You know, there's the rental car situation, and it's just always having that extra security around you is always good.
Yeah, 2 over early, but now 1 under. Good fight back from Shear, as he was when she first came to the tour in 2018. To the second, and Alexa Pano.
This hole is in the sort of it's a bit of an hourglass shape, and it's in the back portion of the green today. But you don't want to miss this too much left, because it can roll off the green if you do that. So this is a high draw.
Watching Alexa today, I'd love to see her just open up her stance a little bit. I feel like she's setting up more often than not a little bit closed. It's causing an elephant in the green.
And now Rose at the second.
Let's see if she can get her distance right on this shot. She's been a little bit inconsistent in that department. This also trying to go a little left of the hole. I don't know if this will hang on.
Yeah, it's barely going to hang on. There's not much room for error there left. I'm surprised to see all 3 of them left at that flag stick, which makes it harder to get it up and over onto the green.
This is Takeda at the first.
Quick putt. It's just as Karen had mentioned earlier, kind of a waterfall green, slopes to the back, just had too much pace.
And Alexa Pano just had her tee shot it to fall into the rough. Here's her second.
It's a bit of an odd shot there, kind of jumped on her out of that lie, didn't want anything coming back down to her feet, gave it a little bit extra at the bottom.
And that was a moment ago. And now Rose for birdie.
Well, I'm standing right behind her, and I'm struggling to see an awful lot in this putt. It looks like she's got it maybe lined up just on the right edge of the hole.
A ton of speed.
Putts here coming up. This is Pano.
Well, and this is an example of where you would need that grittiness and the competitiveness is that you've hit a shot that came out not as you'd expect, and you've got to fight your way to find a way to get this ball at the bottom of the hole. Still from long range though, so it's not easy. It's got to go.
Yeah, just a bit sloppy off the tee there. And I know she's young, but she would know you can't mess with anything left of that flag stick on 2.
Young but precocious. She's been kind of in the puppet.
Saved her.
As if they weren't already excited up in Canada to welcome their favorite golfing daughter home next week. Can you imagine if she goes into the CPKC Women's Open with another win? Rose, comebacker here for par. Would you be thinking a score at this point if you're Rose, or just hit good shots coming in?
You're just looking to make us. You got to stay in the moment. You can't start thinking. You can't start futurizing when things aren't going well. You have to think 1 birdie, get that done. Next birdie, get that done. Next birdie. You have to really stay in the moment, and that's the only way you can claw yourself out of a hole.
Good vibes for Brooke here at Columbia Edgewater. Back at the second, and Takeda.
Given Takeda's left to right ball flight, she's actually going left of this flag. It's fading nicely to the hole.
That's one way to do it. Hard to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, her scoring average is around 77 the last few months. Here's Rose at the third. And some good swings here the last few holes for Rose, trying to get things going in ups and downs. She's in kind of that down stretch at the moment. Now Rose Zhang at the third.
That was from 171. Hole location is wide open today. Only difficulty there is the fact that you're hitting a long iron in here.
Yeah, it is one of those relatively straightforward holes, Karen. Just the length is the challenge.
Exactly. Pano was from a little upslope, also from 171. This is a huge draw.
Ooh, a huge bounce. That's sitting up a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like the lie might be okay.
All right, other side of the golf course. And this is the amateur. Allison Takamiya went to Punahou High School in Hawaii, the alma mater of, among others, Michelle Wee.
She's putting together a really nice round today. 4 birdies offset by 2 bogeys. Good opportunity there on the 13th.
A Division III national champion at George Fox University, just about a half hour away from here at Columbia Edgewater. How about the third for Alexa?
Well, I can see the ball, but she was motioning about the kind of downswing that she needs to make contact here, clean contact, because it's downhill all the way to the hole.
Pretty good shot. Not bad.
Dad liked it.
Really needs to go a little bit of the higher route. She was to get it really close, but high risk shot.
All 3 of these players, phenoms in different ways.
And they're just so subtle.
Par putt here for Pano, third.
And she's had a few of those today. You know, ones where she's trying to save something. It's been quite a mixed bag, where she's hit some really fabulous shots, and then in other times there's been some shots where she's needed to really try and save herself. But I think that's the nature of this golf course. You can be just slightly out of position, and it can really hurt you. Just have to make sure to give this one enough speed to get to the hole, because it's a little bit uphill at the end.
Fourth bogey of the day. Allison Takamiya is for birdie at the 13th. This to get to 3 under and tied for 7th.
Just about a right edge putt here. Oh, she had the line. I like her putting stroke. I like her stance, her setup.
Played in this event last year, missed the cut. Different story today. 4 birdies on the card. She's 2 under, loving it.